Hello everyone, welcome back to Ace Advice. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I am reviewing the results of the third round of the 2020 US Open, as well as the first half of the results of the fourth round, and also preview for what I think is going to happen tonight, which is the second half of the first round, so the bottom half of the draws. So this has been an insane weekend of matches, and I think there is an elephant in the room, which is Novak Djokovic's default because he hit a linesman in the neck. But I'll get to that when I get to the men's draw. But I first want to start with the women's draw. This women's draw is honestly the coolest thing ever. It's so unpredictable. And I didn't guess one person who is now in the quarterfinals. I didn't guess one of them would make it to the quarterfinals. They are all surprising me in such amazing ways. So I just want to tell you guys about this. So first of all, we already know that Pliskova lost to Caroline Garcia, right? But then Jennifer Brady, who I was telling you my dad thinks is going to win the whole thing, and who I'm like, yeah, I could see that too, she beat Garcia. So then Brady was in the round 4, so the round of 16. And guess what? She beat Angelique Kerber. Like, wow, right? And I had Kerber going all the way to the finals, so this shows how unpredictable this draw is now. So yeah, Jennifer Brady is in the quarterfinals, guys, which is crazy. So definitely watch out for her when she plays tomorrow. She's going to be playing Putintseva, who beat Martic. So I had her going till round 3 and then losing. But she really is hanging in there, and she's winning these matches, and I'm just very proud of her. That's great. Osaka, like I said, I was really worried about this hamstring thing, but I really don't think it's an issue. She's beating everyone. So, Osaka's great. Osaka's all the way into the quarterfinals. She beat Kontaveit in the round of 16. I think she's definitely a favorite to win the whole thing. The other surprising thing in the first half of the draw for the women's is Shelby Rogers beat Petra Kvitova yesterday. She saved 4 match points. Wow. That's crazy. She is really playing well. I remember watching the match and I was just saying, wow, to everything. She was playing to win. On those match points, she wasn't just trying to get it back. She was really being aggressive and not just giving it to Kvitova. So I am super proud of her. So she's in the quarterfinals. She's going to be playing Osaka. My prediction is that Osaka is going to win that matchup, but you never know. Shelby's playing really, really well. So that's super exciting. So now to preview for the round of 16 for the bottom half of the draw, we have Alizé Cornet, who beat Madison Keys in round 3. And this is a little bit of a sad thing for me because I had Madison Keys winning the whole thing. So that kind of sucks. But the reason why Madison Keys lost, in my opinion, she lost the first set 7-6. I think that was purely Cornet winning. But I really did think Keys was going to get back and win in the next 2 sets. But she had to retire in the second set because she had a neck injury. So I feel really bad. I really think this tournament she really could have won the whole thing. So that's a little upsetting, but I am happy for Cornet because she really is working hard. She's going to be playing Perankova in the round of 16, who beat Donna Vekic in round 3. And an interesting thing about Perankova is she actually retired in 2017 because she wanted to start a family. But then she kind of just really missed the game, and now she's back, and she's in the round of 16. So that's crazy, right? So, she might get to the quarterfinals, which is amazing if she beats Cornet. So that's going to be the round of 16 matchup today. Definitely look out for that. My prediction of this is that Cornet's going to win that match, but you never know. Perankova's really playing well, and she's kind of defying everyone's expectations. So definitely look out for that. Sakari beat Anisimova in the round 3. And what I want to say about this match is I was really disappointed in the way Anisimova was playing. She had just very low energy, and she was just missing everything. And because she has such an aggressive game, she can't do that. She has to go for big targets. She has to be more consistent, even while hitting hard. That's okay, but you just have to play it smart. And she didn't play it smart. She really just handed over Sakari the match. So that's what I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so Sakari's in the round of 16. She's going to be playing Serena, who beat Sloane Stephens the other day in 3 sets. I have Serena winning this match just simply because it's Serena. But we'll see. Sakari is a great player. She's smart. She does chip and slice, which Serena does not like to go against. So definitely watch out for that. Another really interesting round of 16 matchup is Azarenka is playing Mukova, and I told you guys to watch out for these two, and now they're playing each other, so they both can't get to the quarterfinals, unfortunately, but one of them will, and they're playing today. So Azarenka's obviously been on a roll, like I was saying. She's really just beating everyone in her path, obviously, but she's playing super, super well. She looks like she's just dominating, just like she did when she won those Australian Open tournaments a few years ago. Mukova beat Kristea in round 3. And so, yeah, Mukova is going to be playing Azarenka. Mukova, again, has a really interesting game. I do have Azarenka winning this, but this really could go either way. So I could totally be wrong on this. It's just because Azarenka has more experience. That's the only reason why I gave this matchup to her, but we'll see. I might be wrong. We have Elise Mertens playing Sofia Kenin in the round of 16 today. This is the only matchup that I got fully correct. I had both of them getting all the way to the round of 16, which is good. At least I'm not 100% wrong. So I have Kenin beating Mertens, and I think I'm probably going to be right on that one just because Kenin really looks really good. So that's the first and second half of the women's draw. So we have the quarterfinal matchups already for the quarterfinals for the top half, and we have the round of 16 matchups, which are today for the second half of the draw. So now let's go to the men's half. And this is where we'll talk about Djokovic. So this is my take on what happened with Djokovic. For those of you who don't know, what happened is it was in the first set and Djokovic just got broken and he pretty much wasn't looking and he hit the ball behind him and it hit a linesperson right here, like right in the throat. And the linesperson was like barely able to breathe. Like the linesperson had to take her mask off. Just to be able to breathe. So it was a big deal. And I know a lot of people are saying he didn't hit it that hard, but it did hit her pretty hard, especially if you're not paying attention and it hits you right here. Like that's going to really hurt. So this is my take on it. I think that the tournament did the right thing. I understand that Djokovic didn't mean to do it. I think that was pretty clear. But the whole point is that you just can't do it. Like you just can't do it. He obviously doesn't deserve it, but at the same time, maybe he does because he, a few games previously, also slammed the ball into a side fence. And it's just very reckless behavior, especially from a Grand Slam champion like he is. And he just should have known better. And, I mean, if you think about Shapovalov a few years back, he hit the referee in the eye. He broke the guy's eye socket. I mean, you can say, oh, he didn't mean it. He's a great guy. But he still did it. And it's against the rules. It's reckless behavior. So I agree that Djokovic should have gotten defaulted from the tournament. Obviously, it sucks, but that's just reality. There's a lot of mistakes you make in life where you didn't mean to, but you still face the consequences. So this is just another consequence for Djokovic for his reckless behavior. So that's my take on it. I do agree he's a good guy. He didn't mean to, but there's the rules. And there's common sense also. You just should never do that in general. So anyways, so instead of Djokovic moving on to the quarterfinals, we have Pablo Carreño Busta, who is going to be playing Shapovalov, who beat Goffin yesterday. And Shapovalov is the first Canadian ever in the Open era to reach the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam. So that is really exciting. Now we have Coric, who beat Tsitsipas and saved match points in that match. That was crazy. I had Tsitsipas going to the final, so obviously that was upsetting, but I should have known because Coric is so good under pressure. He really does do well in those big matches. But he's going to be playing Zverev in the quarterfinals. So we'll see. Zverev has had a pretty easy route to the quarterfinals, so Coric has definitely had a lot tougher matches, which means he's either in the zone and can beat Zverev or is too tired and more tired than Zverev and will lose to Zverev. So I really can't say who's going to win that match. I think I would prefer it to be Coric, actually, just because I think Coric has deserved it. But obviously, Zverev deserves a Grand Slam win. After all these years, he's always so close. So you never know. Maybe we should give it to Zverev. We'll see. So those are the quarterfinal matchups for the first half of the draw. It really is a wide open draw now that Djokovic is out, which honestly is so exciting for me because you guys know how much I love underdogs winning. So in the bottom half of the draw, now we have the round of 16 matchups that are being played today. So we have Berrettini playing Rublev, and I actually predicted this matchup, so that's great. Another one that I predicted correctly. I think that Rublev's going to win this, but honestly, it really could go either way. Berrettini is such a good player. In the past few years, he's really shined, so that'll be a really good matchup. Tiafoe is going to be playing Medvedev. I think Medvedev's going to win this, obviously, because I think Medvedev's going to win the whole tournament. But Tiafoe's playing well. I just think that Medvedev's going to outplay him. So that's kind of my take on that. Pospisil is on fire. He's like the Azarenka of the men's draw. It's someone who should always be doing well but never really gets there, but then now is finally shining again. So Pospisil is going to be playing Diminar, who beat Kachanov in the round 3. So yeah, that's going to be a really interesting matchup. I'm not really sure who's going to win this one. I circled Diminar, but like I'm saying, like with Azarenka, like Pospisil's playing well. Like he really could beat Diminar. So that's going to be such an exciting match to watch. I'm really excited to watch that. And then lastly, we have Thiem, who beat Cilic pretty easily in 4 sets, but like the sets he won were like pretty easy. And he's going to be playing Felix Auger-Aliassime, who is really surprising everyone. I feel like he's kind of the Jennifer Brady of the men's draw, where he has the potential to do so well, but no one really expected him to get this far. But yeah, so he is in the round of 16. He's going to be playing Dominique Thiem. I have Thiem winning that just because when I watched Thiem, I was like he looked so good. So that's the only reason why. But Aliassime obviously is playing well, so you never know. So yeah, that is the quarterfinal matchups that are happening tomorrow for the first half of the men's draw, and the round of 16 matchups that are happening today for the bottom half of the men's draw, and my takes on who's going to win these matches and also who to watch out for. This has been such an exciting tournament to watch. This weekend was full of surprises. Obviously, peaked at when Djokovic got defaulted from the whole tournament. There's some hilarious tweets online that you guys should check out. But other than that, I'm really excited to see who's going to win. Obviously, now that Madison Keys is out, I'm having Osaka win the whole thing for the women's side, or Serena, but I think Osaka is going to win that. And then I still have Medvedev winning on the men's side. So my next video is going to be on Friday, so a few rounds are going to pass by. So I'll be previewing probably the finals, or if there's semis. I'm not really sure. It probably depends on like weather delays and all that stuff, but I'll keep you guys posted. I hope you guys enjoyed this week of tennis. I definitely will be. I will be running down to the couch constantly to check up on scores and matches. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Share this with all your friends and family, and I'll see you guys next time.